farm and market, which grows organic vegetables and sells them locally in the communities around here. They're in Sun Valley area, so they just have customers in some restaurants. But beautiful, beautiful day. Very gracious hosts. Here we are at a rest stop in Oregon near what they call Lookout Mountain. I'm not sure what Lookout is. Maybe that's Lookout Mountain up there, but you can see kind of look up through there. You see a trail that goes all the way up there. And interesting to take it. But not today, because when I got out it said 98. So it's quite warm. Good morning. Let's see, where are we at today? Today is Monday, but we're in Baker City, Oregon, and we're at a place called the Mountain View RV Park. We needed a couple of days to get our laundry done and kind of tidy up some stuff and do the stuff you got to do when you're on the road for the last 10 days. But they call it Mountain View because you got the mountains over there. I've been told those are the Elkhorn Mountains. Beautiful, beautiful area. However, we're also expecting record heat over the next couple days here in, well, not record, but record heat for something that they've had in a long time anyway, but it's going to be in the triple digits for the next 3 to 4 days, at least in this area. However, if you do look up there, you can still see there's a little bit of snow up there, so obviously it's cool up there. I understand there's a very nice drive that goes up and around the mountain and comes back down the valley. It's called Route 7. You might take a look at that, but I think this morning our first deal is going to be going to the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center as soon as I get done with some of our RV chores, doing the laundry, which I'm going to pick. This is a really nice RV park, and I'd recommend you stay here. I think it's going to end up being about, with a good SAM discount, about $35 a night, but full hookups. But as you can see, something when you got to do your chores, lots of laundry facility here, and it's very nicely kept. And here's Lucy intently making a couple of peanut butter sandwiches for our trip today.
And that tells you that the fridge isn't really cold. Yeah, I guess it's okay. You like lots of peanut butter?
Well, just the usual amount, you know.
Do you want honey with it, or jelly, or lemon curd?
Probably a little honey would go nice with mine.
So what else are you going to have with your lunch? This will just tide us over for lunch, and then we might have to find something at a wine bar.
We might. There is a winery in town. Opens at wine tasting opens at 1. The Oregon Interpretive Center is well open by now, and then there's also a brew pub. Actually, I think there's 2 brew pubs in town. That's what I understand, and they open about 4 p.m. So that pretty much takes care of our day, I suspect.
The grocery.
Oh, well, we might have to get a few groceries in the middle. Yeah, we're at the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center, which is on top of a hill, obviously in Oregon, near Baker City. It's really nice.
Very tall, very high.
High up here. We've been told that we have to look for the bronze statues of the people and the ox and stuff like that, and look at the detail that's in them. And now I see a regular wagon train. Kind of reminds me of the movie Fort Apache, where John Wayne had to round the wagons up and turn them over when the Indians started to attack his area, but of course he had an understanding with him and they stopped and left him alone. So this is what a typical encampment for a wagon train coming out west at night. They would unhook and have their cook fires. Of course, I'm sure their firewood was not as neatly sawn as this. Probably firewood would be difficult to find. In most places here, as you can see, there is not hardly a stick on these hills. Not a lot of room. Obviously, he lived a much simpler life than what we do today. It's hard to believe people would load up their wagons with a couple oxen and all their possessions, head out here from St. Louis, Kansas City, which is just from Kansas City. It took us basically 2 days of driving, 3 days driving to get here. So can't imagine doing it in a wagon where you had some animals helping you pull it and people pushing it to walk and stuff. And you know, 10 miles, 12 miles a day was considered a good day. Well, the name of our fifth wheel, it's the brand is called a Prairie Schooner by Gulfstream. So as you can see, the original Prairie Schooners didn't have shock absorbers, no refrigerators, and they were much smaller, or toilets. The only thing I really see in common based on that description is it does requires constant creative maintenance to keep it running. Lucy's just amazed because the lichens on the rock are the same, nearly the same hue as her shirt. It is very impressive.
Isn't it gorgeous?
So that's the real gold,
Yep,
and that's the pyrite.
yep. The real gold it's heavier. Almost all that's gonna be pyrite. I do have more gold in there. I could maybe find some. Gonna let it settle, and then kind of gonna let the gold go to the top. It's not cooperating too well for me right now, but I do have some good real gold here. Well, darn. Anyway, oh, there it is. Okay, those are my good pieces.
Okay, so that's a little bigger
Yeah.
flake, huh?
Yeah, we only have flakes at this point because people made off with our nuggets.
They made off with your nuggets. I'm talking of gold, that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, did you get some, honey?
Not yet, but
But
about to.
he gonna
I'm
set
just
it.
showing y'all, showing him what
He's
real
gonna
gold looks like as opposed to
Look at the little frog.
Yeah.
Oh, those aren't real, are they?
the frogs.
Are they real?
Uh-huh. Yeah, poke them.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're real cute, aren't they?
I thought they were a setup or something.
Nah, that'd be
I
fun.
saw one lizard.
Really?
Of course, I'm always on the lookout for snakes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I've not seen any snakes here that is any comfort to me.
That's a great one.
I have seen
Well, I
snakes-
see like a, so that's like a big nugget of gold right there, huh?
Those are pyrite.
Oh, come on, they're gold.
Nah, they're pyrite.
Oh, there we go. So there are 4 pieces of gold in there worth about $1.
Yeah.
So is all this still pyrite?
Okay. So like,
Unless you're that's a real piece, yeah.
yeah, so like that's flake and
Yeah.
There's a
Okay.
lot of pyrite all of a sudden.
But you got real gold in here. Yeah, okay, those are 2 better flakes.
oh, okay. So these down here.
Yeah, on that one.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ben. Do you Lucy's gold? She has lots of gold. Look at that. Oh, now you just need a big diamond to go with it, dear.